Sadanand Bakre was an important core member of the Progressive Artist Group that was founded in Bombay in 1947. Born in 1920 in Baroda, he came from an affluent family where his grandfather held an important position in the court of Maharaja Sayaji Rao and his father was a civil engineer. He had his early education in Baroda and from a young age he showed an interest and predilection towards drawing. Later on, when the family moved to Bombay, he joined the Gokhale Educational Society School, and here he was much encouraged by his teachers who noticed his drawing facility and encouraged him to a great extent. It is said that he held a one-man show in the school and where he displayed his drawings of human figures, pastels that in which he did the still life and landscapes in watercolors, as well as he also did a little bit of modeling showing the drapery. Later on, he joined the J.J. School of Art without his father's knowledge, and Charles Gerard, who was the principal, was much impressed by his artistry and by his skill. But having joined the institution without his father's knowledge, he did not have much money to buy paint and do many kinds of experiments that he wished to do. So he joined the sculpture department. In the sculpture department, all the material was available and given free to the students. And it is here that Sadanand settled down and eventually graduated with the diploma in sculpture. An important aspect of Sadanand's personality was that basically he had a lot of energy and he had a very restless mind. And this restlessness, an intellectual curiosity, and as well as juxtaposed with his artistic predilection, led him to experiment in different varieties and kinds of materials as well as techniques. Even while at the institution, he did a lot of experiments in terracotta and learned various techniques and also experimented. To the extent he would also use metal and combined aluminium and copper, which resulted in a very hard metal, and when polished, it gave a mirror-like finish. So in this way, throughout his life, Bakre had made it a mission to continue to experiment and to experiment not only with materials but also with techniques. And it is precisely in this experimentation that the modernity of Sadanand Bakre lies. Because in the West, when modernity developed in Europe, this was one of the main reasons and one of the main factors. Not only material and techniques, but also with the formal elements and the structure of developing the composition itself, as it was with the Cubist, the Futurist, the Expressionist, Post-Impressionist, and many others. Bakre was particularly was not very happy with the entrenched pedagogy of academic realism in the school. And while he was in the school, in the sculpture department, Souza was in the painting department. And two of them would often meet and discuss this morass of academic realism that was becoming a stranglehold within the institution, in the teaching and in its curriculum. And as a matter of fact, both of these artists coming together and discussing these aspects, the core seats of the PAG was already established here. After his graduation, Sadanand continued to work. He got many private commissions and he also took up a job and continued to show at the Bombay Art Society. And many of his works were accepted. He did both painting and sculpture, and at the Bombay Art Society, on many an occasion, he did win gold medals, silver medals, including the cash prize for one of his sculptures. Then in 1949, he decided that he would leave all this behind and that he would make his fortunes elsewhere. And that is how he moved to London. Now, this London scene was, of course, quite hostile, very different. He had no friends. He did not know anybody. Compared to Bombay, where he was very familiar and where he knew people and had his comfort levels. So the initial years in London were extreme one of struggle. He did all kinds of jobs, including being a coal miner, a porter at the hospital and at the railway station, being a postman, and that is how he survived. Then eventually the Indian High Commission there offered him a job to do a project on photography, and having had some knowledge of photography, he was able to carry out the project, and that is how he settled here. In his art, looking at Sadanand's style particularly and his contribution towards the development of modernism within the PAG as such, was his influence that he combined from the West, particularly the Cubists, the Expressionists, the Futurists, and of course the Indian tradition where he was influenced by the folk art, etc., the assimilation of which he brought to his sculptures. And when looking at his paintings particularly, he did a lot of landscapes, particularly cityscapes where he shows the street scenes, and they have strong resonance to the expressionist art of Europe, and where he has used colors in a very thick impasto manner, and there is a great amount of distortion that he brings to his works. Some of the drawings that he has done, particularly of sculpture, clearly shows the influence of the Cubist sculptors like perhaps Archipenko, or even an abstract sculptor like Brancusi, which he brings in the way he modulates the forms, particularly the space, and the way he cuts away the extraneous material to create a very cubist broken down structure, particularly the human form which he dealt with. Bakre in this way was able to create his art whereby he brought in the modernity from the West, assimilated it with his personal style, and being an intellectual and sharply, keenly insightful, he had observed life around him, which he eventually brings to his works as he models them in a variety of forms. So looking at his paintings and looking at his sculptures equally, we find that Bakre was able to create an entirely a different approach to art making, where he has completely moved away from any kind of academic realism, but he continues to paint the subjects of landscapes, the still life, the human forms, etc. He also experimented with all the mediums, be it watercolors, pastels, oils, mixed media, and observed that in creating a mixed media or in using thick impasto, the kind of textures he was able to evolve, the space he was able to carve out in his composition was not what would be that of an illustrator, but rather that of a modernist. So Bakre in this respect made a huge contribution in pushing India's development of modernity, particularly post-independence and within the post-colonial context. Bakre, of course, did not live for a long time in London, but while in London, he created something, or rather, he initiated something which could be called as a pioneering effort, and that is he would display his works in the park, and that was at Hyde Park. It is said that at night he and his wife would take all the canvases, put it in a pushcart, and then take it to the site and have them displayed. He would have them displayed from morning to evening and then again take it back and return home. And this he did it quite often, and in this way he was able to sell quite a lot of his works. Finally, in 1985, he decided to come back to India, and he, of course, took up his residence in Bombay in a quieter place where there was a lot of nature, and he and his wife eventually settled down, and he continued to produce works in different varieties of mediums, materials, techniques, producing sculptures as well as paintings. His sculptures are abstract. They are definitely very abstract, and in the way he essentialized the forms to create that effect of modernist outlook in his works. And he used metal particularly. Not many of his terracotta sculptures are there, but he worked particularly in metal, and this has been made very obvious in the works that he has created. A large number of works have been also auctioned at various auction houses, and that is how the visibility of Sadanand Bakre's works have been made possible.